What'd you say? I think so. Rawr.
Hello, hello. Nope. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Hi.
Hey. Why is this weird? Oh, because everything's all out of whack from last week. There you are.
Nope, I am not.
Hi. So, yeah, we're doing great. You, check your mic.
What you got?
Mhm.
What doing?
Just seems really, it seems really tinny. It might be figuring itself out. Do you have a lot of background noise that might be working out?
Maybe.
That might be it then. Yeah, you sound really, like, thin.
Better, worse, same.
Better.
Okay. No, it was on the low of the background noise suppression. I think that's what it was.
Weird.
Meh. Wait, is this any better? Same. Worse? Cheese. Red
Same
cheese.
so far. Okay. Gonna start that there. Gonna get this going because I'm late to it.
Everything is late.
I think I did one of those things where I just oh no, streaming doesn't work today. What?
Streaming sounds like a terrible idea.
What is this crap? No, I just said no. I don't. I'm not gonna stream. I think I looked at. I just stared off in the distance for a while somehow, and I don't know how I did that. Yeah, no, because I want to verify myself now. Thank you. Thank you. It's a great time
Mm,
for me to want to verify everything. I,
I'm verifiable.
sorry, I was thrown off a lot. Throwing off a whole lot on a lot of things right now.
Yeah,
This is
I
not.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like the last hour was not the time I needed to like negotiate an event. You know, it's just like I guess we're doing this now. Okay. All right. I guess
Let's
so.
go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and this is not the right event.
No.
All right. I'm about to just kick into this and we'll just. Well, no, I gotta get the stream going. I don't even have that going.
Mm.
Oh, it still thinks it's on last. Okay. Okay. How do I put this back? Live production. The event is still on the call-in thing that we did.
Oh.
So I think it's looking for that, and that's. I also think that's the reason why things didn't work last week. Okay, now I'm in here. Let me see what happens when I hit this. Okay. All right. So yeah, Vimeo is in a different mode. Now let's see if it actually restreams things, because that was the problem last week. Because like so last week it streamed to Vimeo, no problem, but like all
Hmm?
the restreaming stuff didn't work.
No.
So, but it only did it on this, but I think it's because it was already in like this mode. And once again, it does not appear to be working across the board. I think I need to create an entirely new. Yeah, I think I need to trash this and start from scratch. And, we have time for that. All right, give me like 2 minutes. I think I can do this.
You're fine. What does that mean?
What was that new awesome cast?
I was.
Do you have a heart out?
Uh.
I mean,
Do.
I had the rebuild stuff that we were talking about somewhere.
I'm gonna fight you. Just wanna look that up.
Okay, so I need to go here. No, I don't want to do this version. I want to do this version. Add Facebook. The fuck? Shit, I don't even know where to start with Twitch. Shit. I really don't. Hold on. I guess if I copy it from the old one.
The Google Doodle popcorn game.
Popcorn game.
Celebrating popcorn. You play against players around the world. Don't get popped. Google Doodle popcorn.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I can't go to Facebook for some reason. Like, it doesn't list the AwesomeCast Facebook page. Look at that.
That's not.
Connected.
Mm-hmm.
Settings. Connected as Michael Sorg. That's me. It's not giving me any more options.
Who earned?
Alright, I'm just going to have to go with all these for now. Well, now I need to put these over here. Okay, where's the
Good thing I'm.
What's that?
It's a good thing I'm on the show for tonight's PlayStation State of Play live stream. that I know nothing about.
I don't either.
Teach us about technology.
Stop going to. It keeps defaulting to that live production thing when I go to
Mm.
everything now, and I don't think that's helping this situation. I'm still streaming to the other thing apparently. All right, let's try streaming this and see if at least goes to those places. All right, Instagram's a go.
Yay.
YouTube is a go. I just post that.
I always get confused when it pops up. I'm like, why is my watch vibrating?
Okay, close enough. Okay. All right, here we go. You ready? I'm
Sure.
not. See how many things I have in there? I'm not.
I don't know. I put like 2 things in there. Just make up shit. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. Doing it. I'm gonna restart my recording so I'm not have all this. Remember how I wanted to start the show maybe? No. What's all this wrestling stuff doing here? Okay. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the Awesome Cast. I'm Mike Sorgat, Sorgatron on the social medias here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to hang out with all of you tonight. And with me, back on the show, it's been a few weeks. The Gutters is with us. Welcome back.
I wish you would have seen my face when you just started gets geeky, and I was like, ah.
I'm looking down and I'm like, oh no, it's running out. Where we gotta get going? Oh, I've got something on in the background. That doesn't help. We had some problems here. Hey, so yeah, this is a late start, and we're not on Facebook. So, man, Vimeo's been weird lately, and I got some kind of weird state, and it only works for this show. So I forgot it was a problem from last week. So we're still not on Facebook, but we'll figure that out before next week. Probably, we'll see. It's a process, especially when the process like breaks down, and it's good practice. That's why we're so good when things start falling apart around us. We do this every week. Anyways, let's get Katie. You have been out in the woods for several days, and I'm really curious. Did you take the swing and update all your OSs on your devices before you left?
I was barely getting text messages of one bar of LTE.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was not happening.
Did
you?
I did something that I have not done in a while. I day one'd my iPhone and my MacBook. So
what?
Yes, and I'm a big I didn't update into the last Mac OS major update until maybe April or May of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So to drop that straight now, so understand, like as we've been detailing on this show the last couple of weeks, I basically have a brand new computer because they replaced the entire logic board, so I was starting from scratch. So I didn't have a lot of cruft in there. I don't have a Parallels installation or anything, so I'm like, screw it, let's go. And I have been honestly, I think my phone is hanging less since it's updated OS. My laptop, I'm loving. I talked a little bit about this phone mirroring features on the first day, last Tuesday. I actually have a little more that I've been actually using it pretty on the regular, and I can talk about this. I kind of want to put it on my Mac Mini, but I know that's a bad idea because that is my production computer and my last ditch if something goes weird with editing, kind of situation. So yeah, I just need to work on an editing project and make sure there's no weird hangups somewhere along the line here on the new OS, because that's been the issue. Because I've literally had an update to an OS and all the videos on Final Cut glitched for months. You know, everything I brought off cameras glitched for an entire SAE season. So I had to import the MTS files, which do not do good on Macs, and reprocess everything. It was such a pain. And if things fell out of alignment with the proxy settings, it's one of those, you click a button and pinwheel for 5 minutes just because it can't handle those files. It's something about the format, right? It's nothing about the power, it's the format, of these MTS files. I don't get it. You have to plug it in and make it turn it into an MP4 or MOV or whatever it is. So anyways, that's my fear. Is going back to those days and getting stuck again. So, but it's well past the travel season. Well, I don't know. The travel season's all year now, isn't it? So,
yeah, it doesn't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Yeah, there's breaks in there at least. At least it's not all at once like it used to be. I don't know. It depends on how you look at the schedule. So, anyways, have you had a chance to update since you got back?
No, I have not, but I was very confused by my FaceTime earlier because I didn't update anything. But for the first time, it was like doing oh gosh, I'm going to completely blanking out where it's showing, it'll use this to essentially show what's happening down here. So it's me and down here, and I can't remember what it's called, but it was some weird app, or not app, whatever.
So basically, you talk about the thing where it just brings up the camera on your phone instead of the one on your laptop?
Maybe. I don't know. I was like, stop trying to connect, and I was yelling at it a lot. That's kind of what my day
That seems right. That seems right. That's like me for the 3 hours on chat with Disney and Verizon yesterday. That's for Patreon, maybe later. It is wild. Verizon, you got to get something together there. The short of it is Verizon was showing me an offer that it no longer existed, and that I was supposed to be on. And I was like, "You got a detachment, but Patreon. I'll maybe get into it if we have time, if you want to hear about it." So, anyway, so let's get into some positive things, some geeky things. Katie, let's start. We haven't had a truly Dutters pick for a while here, and I think you definitely need to full on Dutters this.
I do not think I talked about this yet. This is my 3 foot tall inflatable Hello Kitty skeleton.
3 foot tall.
It's adorable. So it is very adorable.
Is that going out on the porch with the skeletons?
Eventually.
If you're on audio, she just shifted her camera and it's right beside her.
It's my friend. Hello. So yeah, if you would like to know the size, that's my hand.
You are sitting on the floor next to it, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
no, that'd be hilarious. I'm like standing and.
Oh, I know, right? So sitting Dutters for scale. You have to do the rest of the show from that angle now.
Hello Kitty just chilling with me.
It's going to really confuse the CapCut AI when I plug this in here.
I can't wait. But yeah, my friend is from Lowe's. I think she was just like, it's $35.
Yeah.
And which isn't, I mean, I like it. It seems quality. I haven't put her outside yet, but she's inside. I'm betting it.
Is it an inside cat or an outside cat?
Outside cat. Currently, she's an inside cat. I fucking just like scooch her over like the whole show. Like, hey guys, I need more light. There we go.
Hold on. Let me light this. Let me give some more front lighting, some side light situation. I don't even know. Is that a purple light in there, or is it a? I can't tell through the.
It's white.
Okay,
it's just trying to be purple.
Okay, I didn't know if the camera's messing with it or what. There.
I'm just like, boop. It's got a little weight at the bottom. So look, the wind's not going to knock it over. It comes with some ground stay. Let's test the durability of a kitty next to me. But yeah, not going anywhere. So this is nice. Decent length of cord. took like 2 seconds to inflate.
Oh, really? Is it a
It was
self-inflating deal or?
yeah, you just plug it in and it's like,
Oh, it's got
and
like a little like I never set one up before too. So it's basically like a bounce house situation.
yes. Oh, it's got some weight in the bottom. There's the weight. Yeah, it's got a little like she got a little. She even got a tail. Look, that's incredible.
Anatomically tail correct, I suppose.
Oh, there we go. Ta-da. But yes, that is that's all. Inflatable Hello Kitty that I really like, and she will be going outside on the porch eventually. And but right now she's in the house sitting next to me.
Wonderful, wonderful. You can get that at Lowe's. It's $35. We'll have the link.
Yes. Well, worth it. I'm just the rest of the show just that much of
No,
Hello
I
Kitty.
love it. I love it. Well, the thing is, when we do the TikToks, it's gonna cut off, and we're like, why she got that weird glow on her side of her face?
What's she doing?
Yes.
It's nice. It's nice.
Oh, that's amazing. So I finally get to show off something. So when Amanda and Steve were in from San Diego a few weeks ago, and I think she had told me about then, or maybe she had shared it on the Slack or something. Something called Notch Nook. Now I don't have the new phone yet, although I just had to reset the payment today which means it should be shipping soon. By the way, Missy has her phone. She picked hers up Friday. But my since I got the high end one, but she got a Pro, but I got a Pro Max with a terabyte, so I got to wait until like at least next Wednesday to have it shipped in. But anyways, so whatever. I got an update on my 13, and it's been kind of nice so far and everything. But I don't have the island because you've shown me the island on your phone, where a lot of cool stuff kind of comes out from it and it interacts and things like that, right? So like a version of that, like I have the MacBook Pro and you do as well. So now what we have over here, and there we go. We'll see what's going on with Hello Kitty. Now if you move up to the top, and this is actually a little weird because it's HDMI'd in, so I don't actually see the physical Nook anymore. On this, but the idea is you pull up here where your Nook is, and it expands out to a whole system here. Now you got a little bit of a media player. You can put some shortcuts in here. You have a mirror that will load in a second. That uses your camera. You can be like, I don't know, if you want to just check yourself out or something like that in this little window kind of situation at the top here. And then you can add a calendar and other things like that. You can throw a file tray on here. So just like a little something to, I don't know why that is cutting out when I hit tray. For some reason, it wasn't doing this before. Maybe because I have things HDMI'd. But anyways, yeah. So it's a nice little like functional thing that pulls out of it. It's from IO Cafe. You can do like a monthly subscription for this, but the lifetime is just $25. Honestly, I'd say just drop to $25. That feels like it's a lot simpler that way for something like this. And support developers and stuff like that too. So it's got a lot of settings, so you can kind of play with the interactions and what kind of files and things that you get to put in there. But I think that's pretty cool because you do get like that live activity. Oh, when you go to do media, let's pull up our Awesome Cast, and we're going to hit play on that. And if you see a drop down at the top there, and you get sometimes you'll get a player or video image in the left. Like if I'm on YouTube and something with a thumbnail, but on the right you do get you do have like the audio kind of meter going, and can go up there, and you have an immediate play and pause without having to pull anything up. And of course it'll pull up and you can see Firefox browser, AwesomeCast 704 live, and you have a little bit of play controls going on there. Now this does feel redundant because I know, and I think have it here, like we do have like kind of a player drop down in Mac OS and have for a little bit. But that's part of Mac OS itself, and I believe it was on the last year's version as well, because we have all the control center and everything. But I like this. I don't know. It's just it's really gimmicky. Let's be honest about this. I don't know how truly functional it's going to be, but it is nice to, you have to get used to it. I did put it on my Mac Mini, which is kind of stupid because there's no notch, and now you've created a notch to cover things up. But it does, you can actually set it so it recesses up in, so it's not actually blocking anything on your upper bar. And, I got a lot of, I got iStat menu and stuff, so it takes up a lot of space at the top, and that's always been a frustration with the MacBooks. So that's been an issue there. But yeah, I just installed it like yesterday to see, oh shoot, I can just put this on my Mac Mini. It'll just drop out of the regular screen here, right? And yeah, it turns out, yeah, it does. And but although sometimes it's dropped down like it's its own. You know what? Why don't I just create this problem on every Mac computer I have? But yeah, no, thank you, Amanda RCC, for recommending that over there, and that's Notch Nook, and you can Notch Nook IO Cafe is going to be what you'll be looking up for that. And I'm trying to bring up the website now to give you a better look at that. So, yeah, and like I said, $3 a month sub if you want to do that, or $25. It's not through. They have their own kind of payment system through here, and there is a. Ooh, what's the get 25% off? You can get 35% off, and because you can share a coupon. There you go. I did not get the 35% off, but that's okay. I want to support small developers anyways. So you can check out Notch Nook. Would you like a notch for your Nook?
Notch for my Nook.
A Nook for your Nook for your notch.
It was funny because I definitely had salad before this, and I was way up in my camera looking at my teeth. So yeah, it would have came in handy.
See, there you go. I mean, who doesn't use your iPhone camera as I don't do it enough to make sure it's not crap in my beard. This is why I don't like to travel for business alone, because I'm just afraid I'm going to go an entire plane trip with something in my beard, and I'm that guy, right? So
like a small animal.
Like a small animal, yeah, exactly. Like a small Hello Kitty. It glows. That's 3 foot tall.
Just living in your beard.
Just living in my beard. A small baby.
What is those baby hippopotamuses? Have you seen that one yet?
I've seen videos of it, yes.
No, hippopotamus just chilling in your beard.
What? I just think of I was watching some hardcore matches, and they use the most ridiculous items in these ones that we film with our friends at 2PW, and I just remember, and I think this is a part of his gender reveal match that he had, but I just remember there being like a little plastic babies for some reason instead of tacks, that they dumped out of a bag like you would tacks when you're doing a hardcore match and stuff like that. So anyways, oh yeah, now the Nook is in front of all my tabs and I can't figure out how to get it off. It's functional, creates new problems. Listen, it's going to make your life interesting on the computer, okay? Nothing wrong with that. So let's give a shout out to our friends that do support this craziness. Patreon.com/awesomecast. Sorry I didn't get the link out for the Patreon feed. It was juggling with whatever Vimeo was doing. But thank you to our friends at Patreon at the Coffee Club level, Cynthia Klosky, and our fans of the show, Michael Fedor, John DeGore, and Dave Podner, spouse of Ruth Julia Fair at RuthJuliaFair.com. You guys are supporting the show, helping keep the server running, and all that kind of stuff. And of course, maybe I'll just complain about Verizon customer service here afterwards. Actually, no, the negative and the positive with it. It's not all bad. It turned out okay. But anyways, just a lot of time to do it. Oh, Katie, let's go with some of your things here. Or do actually, no. Can we talk about what you discovered while we were on our last trip about, we've been doing a lot of social media and TikToks and YouTube shorts, and you started noticing something about our YouTube shorts that I started bringing up and putting in social media. Can you talk about your discovery here, and I'll see if I can pull up some examples.
YouTube Shorts will pick what it deems the most interesting cover image. It's going to like the little thumbnail for your image. And sometimes that thumbnail will have words on it because of the captioning. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily what you would pick for the thumbnail. It is what YouTube has determined would perform well on that. So we had some very interesting captions where it would just pick up random words, like it's sticky.
With the best facial expression.
Us knows about this guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I follow wrestlers. Ha, ha.
And of course, these are like mid-conversation expressions if you're on audio. Here's just Dave Podner looking square in the camera, blockchain all right.
And then Ponder, I have a palate cleanser.
American Lawnmower with Ponder. Yes, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I listened to all my podcasts, and it's when Ponder was in studio and was so colorfully dressed. There's just me saying like in a hotel room. Being mysteriously canceled, he says. Yeah, so your idea was like, let's just drop these on social media.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And also,
I
I
think
don't
that's
know. I don't know. I don't know how much people see the thumbnails. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I guess like I say that and then I immediately answer my question because like, oh no, you scroll through and you see a few thumbnails there. But like I feel like on TikTok everybody's like, oh, you gotta have a good thumbnail. It's just like who's going to your profile? You know what I mean? Like I don't know that I feel like the general function is you're flipping through to the next video, whatever that may be. I could be wrong about that. You of course work a little more closely in the audience side of this, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Which one are we doing here? I'm just like looking through all of them now. There was one where Podner just looks like he's taking a nap, and there's one of Chilla's face that just says, "I don't know."
I don't. That goes with that Best Buy video. I don't know.
I don't know.
That generated one from like 15 years ago.
Oh, it was so fun.
Man, so that was kind of a fun discovery, and we're gonna play with that a little bit more. I don't think I can change them necessarily easily when we do shorts on YouTube, and I'm always concerned because I don't care what it happens when if I'm looking goofy with my eyes half open and my nose up, whatever, kind of thing. But I always feel bad when like you or Chilla or Podner have like the worst, like, I mean, that one, the sticky one is although that is a great YouTube face. Honestly,
Yep.
Like that is probably gonna that probably got clicks just because of that thumbnail.
Oh, 100%.
I should just like I should cut that image out and slap it on any video that has you on it as your representative idea there. So so that was fun. So
oh my gosh.
So watch.
I'm laughing at the one that's your recent top video is, or one of your most recent shorts is from the Baja, Michigan, SAE, Michigan. And it's just like half of my body, me posing dirt, and it says, "There's a lot of cool." Glad it has 434 views.
I see it here. Yeah. This is the kind of thing we're dealing with. We did, and the next one bite is we did find the jousting. So yes.
We did find the jousting.
We definitely did find the jousting. So having fun with that side of things. Katie, you have a couple stories here. Tell me about the Google Doodle. You were playing with this a little bit before the show.
Yes, the Google Doodle. So the Google Doodle is popcorn, and it's a fun game because who doesn't love popcorn? And essentially, you're trying to compete against everyone who is playing around the world, and you just try to not become popcorn. You're little kernels of corn, and you try to move about the screen. I like the music. I don't know if you can hear the music, but it's like very like...
Yeah, I don't really have it piped in right now.
Oh, it's great. It's like compete against 59 players, and then you have to use your little keyboard, and you go,
skip that. Screw it. I'll just skip the tutorial. I'm going to go solo in this thing. I'm going to be whatever that one is. I'm finding my players. Okay.
Pick my look. Oh, I'm finding people around the globe. I did find squad. Oh no, what's happening?
Uh-oh, I'm solo. What's happening?
Oh, me too. I'm in butter sound.
This is perfect for the Instagram though. Okay, I'm in my keyboard, and then what do?
I don't know. You just use your little arrows.
I'm trying to use my arrows. Why are my arrows not working?
I don't know, but I'm trying to avoid the butter.
I can't move. Mad. I can't move. I can't move. No. Turns out it's not.
It's butter. There's butter balls being launched at us.
There's definitely butter balls being launched to me. Oh no, it does not like my keyboard input for some reason.
Oh no, I just ran right into the butter. Oh, it didn't seem to matter.
Butter's good for you. Oh yeah, it's moving now. I had to do that click off.
Look at the
thing.
Butter getting tossed.
Okay. The
butter. So many butter balls. I became popcorn. You popped.
Is butter good? Oh no, I got popped. You popped.
You popped.
Play again. That's fun. I love when they have full games like this in. There's an Isn't there an archive of past Google Doodles where you can go in and get the games and stuff like that?
Yes. You can if you actually Google Doodle. I was up to it in what is it? It's google.com/doodles or doodles.googles. Google doodles.google. I can almost talk.
That's terrible.
So you can pick up doodles from around the world. Wherever. When is your birthday? So you can find out which doodle was on your birthday.
Oh,
Let's see what was on
nice. Let's see what was on. What were we celebrating on March 25th? There we go. This is nice.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I didn't realize there was a whole little area to play with other ones. Library. You can look stuff up.
You can play. You can explore the interactive doodles as well. You got the popcorn one in there. The Paris games, Valentine's Day. I wonder if they had the old. Remember when Pac-Man took over? Like they Pac-Man the Google.
And, oh gosh! And then just you can learn how to create a doodle. How are doodles made? Here's the idea: assembling the team, research, concepts, testing, lunchtime, and then you can meet their guest artists.
Nice.
It could be you.
So I guess they kind of open this up as I always figured this was one of those 10% projects or something like that. But I guess that's kind of cool that they kind of open that up. But they're doing it such at scale. That makes sense. It feels like there is almost a Google every day, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. The first doodle launched as an out-of-office message of sorts when company founders Larry and Sergey went on vacation. It was 1998 when the first one launched.
They went on vacation and it was like, this is... Wait. So did they have a picture of it? What they did?
No, it's just like little cards. Well, let me see. Let me see if I click on it. Because there's like, if you scroll down the screen on the learning how it's made, it has the story of the doodles. Oh, there's the first doodle. It's a Burning Man Festival doodle.
That makes a lot of sense.
We've created more than 5,000 doodles over the decade. Take a trip down over the decades. Take a trip down memory lanes below.
That's very cool.
Look at that, Google.
I found a WNBA season begins 2024. I like the art on that one.
How long does it take to make a doodle? You tell me. Some take years. Some just take a few hours. Yeah, you can email doodleproposals@google.com with ideas.
Nice. Google Doodles. That's one thing that's one of the nice things. It's one of those like humanizing things for Google. It's been fun and everything like that. And I think that's what we kind of lost in recent years with them a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was remember April Fools used to be a lot of fun for them. now it's also eye roll because I think everybody's trying to out Google at a certain point.
Yes, and we're all just angry the whole day because it really has to be a good.
It's like, oh my God, come on! The news is useless today. Like, don't read any website, don't believe anything, just move on, kind of situation. But it is what it is. They kind of did it to themselves, I suppose. So, all right. What else we have a complaint.
Oh no!
I got a complaint this weekend that if Chachi says if I ever put a video that's just talking about a calculator in his feed ever again, he's gonna be so mad. We talked about the new calculator in iOS 18, and I think I put out like 2 videos for it. So, listen. And it's not even like a and I love it. Even to make it even worse, Dave had apparently gone. I'll wait for I'll give the Android people a moment to complain, and moved on. So of course Chachi took it personally. So I was just wanted to share that a little bit. Sorry, Chachi. He doesn't listen to the show, but maybe this will be a clip that I'll tag him in. Yeah. But on that note, one thing I've noticed, and I'm not entirely sure what all goes into it. RCS has been enabled on iOS 18, and we all know that our Android friends. Like, I feel so bad because he's my only regular Android friend, and he's definitely been excluded from conversations because of what it does to the messages. Because we share a lot of media, of course, and it's like, okay. So he sent me a picture of Japan today because there's something about he knows what Japan's about, and keeps telling me he needs to be on a podcast to talk about. He's an expert because he knows what he's seen a map of Japan. I don't know what this is. I'm just going along with the bit right now. But he sent me the image, and I was really impressed on how fine quality it was because I was like, oh, this is something that SMS is going to kill usually, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you've updated iOS 18, give your Android friends, give your green bubble friends another chance, and see if see if we gotta check that group and see if it's like okay, Katie, we're in a group with our friend on Android. Let's just send a lot of media his way and see if it all looks like crud. So
Including a selfie with me and a Hello Kitty.
there you go. There you go. And we're like, hey, we're testing RCS. Let us know how this looks, Chachi. There you go. She's literally doing it right now. You know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take another selfie, which with you in the background, and and my Dunkin' Donuts cup, and we're just going to go ahead and do this. No, wait. There we go. There you go. And we're going to send that to him. And just testing RCS.
I'm just sending a photo.
No problem. I hope this applies to the group. I'll send them around.
Testing RCS.
So that's when it says text message RCS when I'm on him, and when I'm in the group it says text message. Oh, you guys aren't all updated yet because you're still in 17, so the group's not going to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then whatever.
Well, we'll retest in a couple of days after you've done that. So,
remind me. You know I'm terrible at updating anything technology.
Yeah, I'll set a reminder. That's what we'll do. We have a work session coming up. Be like, okay, now you're going to update your phone in a safe place. So, and
you're no fun.
Not in Listen, as somebody who was taking Lyft everywhere on one of his early trips, and his phone decided to take a, I had to reinstall the phone from scratch, sitting in my Airbnb in San Diego, and literally couldn't go anything. I was so scared, and then had to reinstall all the apps over, I don't know, 3G at the time. Like, it gets scary out there. This is why I always try to have a secondary device as much as possible, or a modem or something, in case, just in case. Because it's like, if you're relying on the phone and something happens to the phone, what are you going to do? You know, like, I can't call Uber. So, but anyways,
Chachi said, "Welcome." What do you say? Welcome to present day. To the present day. So clear.
Present day. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. But we're almost.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're almost there. We'll get you there. Missy's got her new phone. I got the OS at least, and we'll just get you. We'll get you upgraded in the next couple of days. I'm sure things will slow down for you sooner or later.
You're so silly.
I know. Anyways, you got one more link in here, Katie. What's this about?
Sure. I like talking. So a female venture capitalist was teaching kids about startups and women in tech with a new book. It's Lena Mo, CEO. And essentially what this mother was trying to do was she was trying to explain to her kids what you do. What do you do as a venture capitalist? And your kids are like, what do you do? And you're like, I don't know how to explain this. So she thought she was being slick, and she gave kids chia pet seeds and was like trying to show them that how seeds can grow into something amazing. She thought it was great. They did not. But yeah, so it was she decided to create something that explained more of the process of like what it takes to found a startup, but wanted to be engaging for kids. And so this is where the first book came about. And the kiddo in the book, she is builds a robot to plow snow, but she's like, I can't build a bunch. And her neighbors are all begging her to do it. But they're like, oh, we'll give you money. And so they're all investing. And then she gets to create a team, advertises the robot on the local news, and becomes CEO. So I thought it was very cute.
Nice. I mean, that's kind of what we need right now. Something to, talking more about entrepreneurship, right? In the school age, because man, all they talked about for my school was to go to Votech, and I was like, I don't think I want to do that. Versus like school or versus college or something like that. And but yeah, no, I think that's awesome. So, is this so this is Simon Schuster's putting this out too? So awesome. Yeah, definitely needs be a bit more of this.
Yes, but yeah, so she's thinking about expanding the whole universe around this little girl. I love it.
We had somebody, a local Pittsburgh writer, who was doing one about travel, I can it escapes the name. We talked about it with her on Fishing Without Bait, I believe.
Cool.
But yeah, one of those kinds of yeah, that could be a nice series too. Lena, what was her name again? Lena Mo goes on Shark Tank. Could be the next one. Lena Mo goes on.
Perfect.
You can do the entire process. Lena Mo gets her first round funding. Lena Mo said something terrible on TikTok or on Twitter. Go just the whole process, the whole. We got to see where all roads lead. You know what I mean? Teachable moments, if you will. So actually, that's what I want to see, because there's all this hubbub lately about kids in schools having. I have no dog in this fight, obviously, but kids in schools, whether they should have cell phones, be on social media, the supposed social media mental health crisis and things like this. Like, I'd love to see more tools like this also for handling how to be online. Like things to there is a lot of like. It is kind of an evolution of stranger danger, isn't it? Right? To be online, be in a chat room, you don't know who's on the other end, on top of dealing with, hey, this is what it's, being on Instagram does not mean this, everybody else is not prettier than you because they're on here. Everybody else is, it's a whole, it's all, as fake as TV, I suppose, right? Like those are the kinds of things I'd like to see more of, for sure. But it'll be these book series or anything like that, something that's easily digestible. I don't know if it's being handled on like Saturday morning cartoons, like that's a thing right now. You know what I mean, though. Like, they usually have like the more educational ones earlier in the day and stuff like that. Like, is Sesame Street handling this? They're usually the most progressive on handling topics.
Seriously.
Through the years, right? I miss. We could so use a Mr. Rogers right now, on so many levels.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be incredible. To be kind.
Yeah, just like that messaging. I think it was a big. I mean, that was a big linchpin to a lot of us growing up. And I would love that figure to tackle today's problems, because it's wild when you look back. And I think we've all seen the documentary here or the Tom Hanks movie and stuff like that. Like, he handled, like, I think during like Vietnam and stuff like that, right? And like hard topics, so I'd like to see, kind of what that would look like in 2024. I guess we have Daniel Tiger, but I am not an avid watcher of Daniel Tiger, but I imagine, it's more of a cartoon. I don't know how deep they're going down some of these topics, or if they're being a little more, surface on it or anything like that. So, but anyways. So I discovered this from our intern today, Katie.
Ooh.
I think I heard about this years ago. Because a lot of people are asking, we work with a lot of people that don't, I don't want to drop $50 a month to be able to do Premiere, or $300 on Final Cut, or anything like that, or who knows how much Avid is these days, or anything like that. Like, that's just not like accessible for a lot of people. And obviously there's CapCut is free, or a low pay kind of situation, or something like that. So there are options. Adobe Rush is kind of a cheaper, I think $10 a month thing still. But again, that still doesn't always fit for everybody. So this was brought up because we were talking about just different editors and things like that for one reason or another. And this is one that I think I remember this as part of when do you remember when Linux Ubuntu became actually kind of like user friendly kind of, and it was like, oh, we can throw this on old PCs, and that's a whole thing. I think this may have been part of the package. So this is an app program called KDN Live. I think it was originally a Linux based editor, and if you look at it, it looks a lot like Adobe Premiere. And I am a big proponent of, if you understand the basics of a video, a non-linear editor, a video editor program, you could translate that to a lot of different editors. This one seems to relate a lot to Premiere, and it is basically seems to be for every platform. Of course, Linux, Windows. They even have an Apple Silicone version of this. And actually, I did install it to kind of poke around with it to see how usable it may be. And just threw in some videos that were sitting on my computer. Had a little bit of wrestling shows and things like that. But yeah, it does seem like mostly a full service. Of course, you get hard into the editing. Eventually, you're probably going to kind of discover, limitations and things like that. But it's got the layered editing. It's got pretty decent format in there. You can put your notes in speech editor. You can drop a component in there and stuff like that. So it seems very, very well featured. And again, presumably you could kind of carry your projects over. So if you're looking for something like, I always kind of consider like what's going to happen if I need like a bunch of people to kind of edit on the same project. You need to find something common. I've been looking at DaVinci Resolve, and there is a free version of it, but I don't know at what point you would need to start paying for it for features, right? So this might be a nice alternative to that. They take donations on the website if you are using it. Definitely, please support them if you are using this program. But I think for anybody that's like, oh no, I need to edit a video, it is not easy. I'll put that right off the bat. It's a professional grade NLE looking video editor. So take that with a grain of salt. But if you want to kind of push to the next level, then I think this is worthwhile. So again, that's KDN Live, KDEN Live basically, and the website for that is kdnlive.org, and you can go check it out from there. So, Katie, I gotta say you're usually doing some light editing, like you're probably like still on the iMovie mode or something, right?
No, CapCut.
CapCut, that's right. Jeez, I'm an idiot. Of course.
No, iMovie's just a clunky.
I think we've all moved on from iMovie by now, right?
I wish it wasn't so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't feel that it's intuitive, at least for the way I work.
No. I think it's literally for if you're starting from scratch, Like there was always that argument with Final Cut, like you can figure out Final Cut if you start with iMovie because it uses such a wildly different mode, right? So, but no, I think bringing people into this, and then it's gonna make you more flexible, and if you're continuing with video editing or want to up the game or do things a little more interesting. So, if you find you're hitting the head on CapCut, but man, CapCut seems to do a lot. It does a lot for you too, right? But if you're looking to get a little more into it, listen, I always talk about there's a certain AEW wrestler that edited all his videos in Adobe After Effects, which is crazy to me, which is absolutely crazy to me. But man, did he suffer for his art. But it worked out really well for him. So now you can definitely afford that Adobe After Effects subscription. And that's, no, I'm not going to go on that rant again. Yeah, this guy went and got After Effects, and then people won't pay $5 for an app on the phone to make their videos, make that thing go away in the corner.
Yeah.
Come on, invest in yourself. But that's for a different thing. Oh, man.
I dropped another article in there for you.
Okay.
It is how to watch MetaConnect 2024, how to watch the Metaverse and Generative AI event. This is tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Oh, boy. Generative AI event. Okay. Okay.
It's going to focus on Meta's XR, VR, and AR platforms, Metaverse, and Facebook parents' open source generative AI platform, Llama. Some new hardware.
So hilarious to me. Yeah, Meta's another one that's kind of force feeding you AI right now, isn't it? Because their search is now AI, which is not helpful when you're just looking for a page.
Especially when you're in a hurry and you don't realize that that's what it's searching. I'm like, no, I don't. Here's more. Like the day I was trying to figure out more about the Michigan Ren Fair, and I was like, I'm going to find the page, and instead it's like the Michigan Ren Fair started in bloop, and I'm like, I didn't want that information. I wanted
that was you.
Page.
I was trying to figure out if it was you or Missy that was just like, no, Meta AI, I don't want you right now. So yeah, and I'm curious about that because I can't imagine them, because their model is not to have you pay for anything with Facebook, right? Like there's hardly anything other than buying Meta hardware that they actually do charge you for that I'm aware of, other than ads. So I think this is going to be a thing that's going to just become part of your Facebook experience and Instagram experience. I mean, it's already in the chat, right? So, you know, versus like LinkedIn wants to give me a trial and I have to go premium if I want to rewrite this post in AI, or I don't know. Google keeps going back and forth, it seems, on my account on whether it wants to give me like a trial to Gemini AI on there, you know, to help with my emails on my workspace account or something. So it's really interesting that. And then ChatGPT, like, I don't know, the app isn't working too great the last couple of days. I keep losing my my sessions.
No.
I wonder if my sessions are getting too long, because I'll have one with the prompts that I want for the TikTok videos, and then keep dropping new scripts in it. And I wonder if I put too much in some of these sessions, and that's why it's going crazy. I don't know. It's just been really funky the last few days, and I don't know that, like, sometimes it doesn't connect to the server, but I know they get busy, but sometimes it works on the website, so I don't know how to parse that, I guess. So, I mean, then you're using ChatGPT as well, right?
Yeah, mostly. That's what I'm spending the most time with.
Yes. Yes.
We're spending time together.
Yep.
The only thing I like about I was gonna say,
getting to know each other.
about Facebook's AI. Oh yeah. Facebook's AI with their comments and posts, or I think it's just posts right now, where underneath it will be like help with grammar, sound more formal. I don't know if you've seen that pop up on the desktop yet.
I have not
That might
seen
be
that.
the only application I'm all in on.
So that's on the desktop version?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what I can do here.
Ooh, do the things. Facebook.
The awesome cast right now. Come join.
Ooh, I wonder if it's in groups or on pages, because I don't see it.
Is that what it is? Because I'm on my personal and I'm not really seeing it right now.
Ooh, let me see if it's on a page. Switch now to a page.
That makes sense that they would roll out to the business people, and maybe they will. Maybe that'll be like a business suite upgrade or something like that, right? That would probably help with the scalability.
Mm-hmm. La, 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 la. Nope, I don't have a clue. Saw it earlier. Never gonna find it again.
Also, it's inconsistent. You know, it's absolutely inconsistent. So I don't know. It's it's you're gonna get it whether you like it or not, and you're gonna have to deal with it. You know, I mean, that's why it's one of the reasons I've kind of rolled over the DuckDuckGo, because like Google was kind of bothering me with it, and now I reset everything, so now I have Google everywhere again. So, you know, it's one of those deals. It's one of those deals. So, but
no clue. Saw it earlier. Don't know where it's at now. We'll never find it again.
Absolutely. So, anyways, Katie, at that note, I think we've run through our talking points for this week.
And we're talking.
So now it's all Hello Kitty. So we did start really late since I've had tech problems. There it is. There's the blow up Hello Kitty. that is great. That should just, it will never go outside. It's just going to accompany you in your office, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, pretty much. Mm-hmm. You're just I should do that for my call tomorrow. Thank you for saying that.
Not tell anybody, and it's just there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that's your weekly catch-up call too, isn't it? It's not.
I do have extra office chairs that my cats sit in.
I'm sure it's not going to be the weirdest thing that they've ever seen from your calls. So, nope. All right.
Nope.
KatieDudis.com
Sure. Stuff there.
Is where you can find out what you're up to.
Interneting.
Yes, where you're at and things like that. And social and follow you on the social medias for your travels and your craziness. Whenever you do post up there. So there you go. And at Sorgatron on the social medias myself all over the place. I did post some more stuff from Kid Mental's videos. My mom showed up at the Zypher last week.
Oh,
Kid Mental's having the jam session, And Isaiah Small came in and was doing some really fun stuff. Like set up a whole piano thing and percussion kind of thing over here, and they jammed for a good like 2 or 3 hours. It was amazing. The stream is up. I think we did stream it here on the Facebook for AwesomeCast, and it's over on the Sorgatron media feeds as well if you want to go back and check that out. It was a lot of fun to see everybody jam. But then my mom shows up, and my mom she does bells and percussion for church. So but yeah, that was a pretty fun thing to see happen there. So but yeah, so go check that out. We'll have another date up here soon, and again, if anybody want to come in, Mana Gaming and Mana Foods catering, we're really awesome, and so you can come play video games, watch the jam session, things like that when we do these nights. So we should be doing another one here in October, and stay tuned for all of that. And also, Kid Bendel was interviewed over on the Fishing Without Bait podcast. Part 2 of 3 came out today, so check that out too. So, all right, awesome. Katie, do you want to hear my Verizon issues on Patreon? Is that our tease?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
I'm going to tell you why
Let's
Disney is amazing customer service. Turns out, Verizon. Great when you get to somebody that can actually do something, but that's the problem. We'll find out more on that on the Patreon there at patreon.com/awesomecast. In the meantime, thank you guys, everybody. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. Boop, boop, boop. This giant van just parked in front of my car.
No.
And I wanted to just set off my alarm. But the show is going on. I think they've left, but I'm sure they're just going over for tacos.
Taco me.
Streams, this, record. Actually hit record this time. Actually hitting record this time. I've had a bad trend of not hitting record in all the right places here.
No.
2 shows last week, 2 wrestling shows last week. I didn't hit record until 2 matches into one. Chachi didn't hit record on the Saturday show and 2 matches in, so we had to recover him from online. I completely didn't hit record on one of our internal shows here last week, and I was like, oh, good thing I hit this button here, so it's up in the cloud too. So everything's
good.
doing fine.
Everything's great.
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I forgot to do this too.
It's Katie Dudders.
That's me.
I forgot to set up the line. That's why I didn't use it for the show. So I didn't test in advance because I need to give myself more time for setup, apparently, for one thing.
Yeah.
So I have Verizon. I think you're a Comcast user, right?
Oh, internet.
Fios, yes. Oh no, that's part of the confusion. I've had a long-standing issue where I go to address my Fios bill for business, or for instance, and end up in the wireless, and then end up in the wrong support for one or the other. So I had Disney Plus. I think I told you I've had Disney Plus. I bought like that 3-year for $150 thing when they started off, right? And
Yes.
and then I found out January of 2020 is when Verizon started paying for my Disney, so it's always been kind of there. And then I got like a bill. I got a notice. It was like, oh, hey, we're going to charge you here coming up. Check your card because it's expired. It's like, what are you talking about? This should be in Verizon. And you'll go into my Verizon, and I go to my account overview, and it says, yeah, you have 300 megabytes, modem included, and Disney Plus Premium, no ads, right? It's like, okay. So I start with, there's the live chat deal. I don't know if you've had much luck with these. So I'm going through this, and this guy keeps person, I should not presume a guy, I didn't catch the name, keeps saying, just log into Disney with your credentials. And I'm like, this doesn't, no, I'm a Fios customer. This says I have this. It's not a perk. It's not in the perks. All the ads, all the things I'm saying is basically like the wireless thing, right? Version of this, which they are offering for like 6 months on Verizon Wireless when you sign up, I guess, right? So there's this whole deal. On top of currently, I guess you can actually purchase a lot of things through Verizon Fios through your internet. And I was like, no, it's not that either. So then I started a chat with Disney. Disney Plus has a live chat you can join. I talked to them and they're like, no, yeah, you. I was like, okay, so I need something for Verizon to click through that says that they are handling this for me, right? I got this. I end up discontinuing Verizon, ending up on the phone with the person I'm chatting with on Disney. I give her a number to call me in the chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go over things, talk to them. Okay, this is what I need, right? Okay. She three-way calls me with Verizon. I explain the whole situation. I think this happened. It's disconnected. I prepaid for Disney, and apparently I burned through it because it disconnected from you guys. It still says it's on my account. And then the guy's like, well, this is Verizon Wireless, sir. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks for telling me that when I said Fios at first.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'll get you over to the other department. We start going through, and it gets through the the call tree kind of thing. And it's it's like, give us a number for Verizon Wireless. I am yelling at this thing. Missy's like trying to settle me down. Tries like, here, take this White Claw. I'm like, no, I'm not going to drink because I still need to get work done today. And I was ranting about how shitty this was. The poor girl from Disney was still on the phone in my headset.
Oh, no.
I had no idea. And I was
Sorry,
like,
buddy.
okay. And she was so nice and so sweet, and I felt so bad. And I'm just like, you understand why I'm frustrated? It's like, oh, I completely understand why you're frustrated. I'm like, okay, well, thank you for this. I'm going to try calling him. I try calling. I end up in a wait, and it does one of those. Hey, it's going to be 12 minutes. We can call you back. Okay, I do that. It calls me back. Hit 1 to confirm yourself. It doesn't. I don't know if it's iOS 18. The 1 didn't go through. And and it thought it was going to voicemail and said, well, thank you. We couldn't reach you. We'll see you later. I was like, no. So I finally call back, say that I need to connect my Fios to my Disney, which puts me into technical support, which is wrong. Actually, no, I think that's what happened when then I got into the department and got the call back. And then I called back and just said account services, customer service. Just kept saying that over and over again. Finally got to somebody. They're like, we don't offer this Disney anymore. I'm like, okay. I'm like, then why does your website tell me in my account that I have this? In 2 places in my account. It says, you have this. It includes this. This is selected and available to you right now. Every plan that it gave me as a choice included Disney. Okay?
Oh, wow.
And she's like, we do not, I don't know why you're seeing this. We don't offer it. Plain and simple, we do not offer this promotion. I was like, then what the hell is going on here? So she gets off, comes back, and says, da-da-da-da-da, and then we can give you the Disney bundle for $10. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? That doesn't work for me. I was like, what, do you want to pay more? I'm like, can you restate what you just told me again? And I did not realize. So basically, they waived the modem fee of like $15. I am paying for Disney, that bundle that includes Hulu and ESPN Plus with ads. Like Disney's with no ads, but everything else is with ads kind of thing for only $10.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So now I'm paying $3 less to get the bundle with my Verizon that was free before for just Disney Plus. So net positive, but it took me 3 hours to get there. So,
Fun.
Verizon's great when you get to the right person. It's getting there is the problem. And those menus are horrendous, right? And the stuff doesn't work half the time. And now they want to do like a voice print match thing, and I have to cancel it every time. And it's trying to tell me about winter weather and outages as I'm just trying to get a customer service person, So yeah, it's so and on top of you end up on wireless when you just need Fios, and they're 2 separate things, and it just drives me absolutely insane. So how's your Verizon experience? You only have 1 account, so it's probably easy, right?
it's wireless. It's not the other stuff like you have, like FiOS.
Yes.
Listen, I can tell you. You know who has sucky AI help? Venmo. Venmo's AI assistant, chat buddy, whatever you want to call him. Garbage, hot garbage. It's one of those situations where it's like, please explain your issue, and you're like, blah bitty bloop, and then I was like, here are the options, and it starts going, you know what I mean, like, and then usually when you have a chat thing, you're like, oh, that's the word I want to use, blah, and then you'll type it in. No, this thing's still going. Here's all the other options. I'm like, please stop giving me options.
So basically, it's a version of the chat client that gives you everything that doesn't actually apply to you. You know,
correct. It's just like, here, maybe you meant this instead. Like, it doesn't apply to what you're asking, which was incredibly frustrating, especially when you can't get into your account and you're like, I don't understand. I'm getting this error message. What does this error message mean? And they're like, you should try this. And I'm like, that's not the error message I'm getting. It's not saying my password is wrong. It's
if it wasn't a fringe issue, I wouldn't be fucking contacting you.
Yeah. They're like, well, you can call us anytime from blah bitty bloop to blah bitty bloop. And I'm like, I don't want to sit and try to talk to you.
For like, you to also go through this this problem tree. That's also not going to work.
Oh, it's terrible. They're like, did you try this? I'm like, I don't know how to like like make you realize that, like, this is what I need you to do. Please pay attention to me. Just do the thing I want. I'm not asking for a lot.
Yeah. Well, that was our Patreon bitch session.
Yeah. Let's bitch about who else has bad chat bots. We're going to yell
bad
at them
chat
all.
bots. I try to stay away from them. But, yeah. So, I have a lot of people eating pizza around me right now.
I'm jealous. Who are these people? Tell me about these people.
Do I have these people on? I don't have a camera up for them. I don't have a camera. There's a Mac Harlan's on the couch. Are you sure you should be wearing the work brand on the air? Are you representing the company?
Ooh, who are we?
Huh? I'll blur it out. I'll blur out the Amazon.
Oh, very nice.
Hey, it's her job. Matt's stalking me today.
Which Matt? There's a thousand
Matt Carlin's is stalking me today. He delivered a package to my doorstep.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
He would do that.
You would. So, all right, Katie, I'm going to let you go here and get. Hopefully, I won't have any technical issues with the next show too.
Okie dokie. Well, I hope you have a nice day.
You too. Have fun with your Hello Kitty. Hold on, pull Hello Kitty in here for the people that just came in the studio.
Hold on, I'll have to turn the whole dang thing.
3-foot Halloween Hello Kitty.
No. I'm just like in the screen.
There you go. Turn all the mics on so I can actually hear you. There you go. Just gonna put it on the background during her call tomorrow.
Yep. So. And listen, you should be very impressed with Zoom's background noise reducer, because this fan has been sitting next to me the whole time.
That's probably what we were having a problem with, because I think it was probably still. I
wasn't going to tell you that though.
It was still. Well, I'm like, is there a furnace or something on, or air conditioner or something? Because it just sounded like it was just. Yeah, it's cat. Yes, because it just sounded like there was a lot of new noise. It was figuring it out, and you were still in that tinny mode, kind of situation. Can I hear?
Can you hear breathing?
No, I can't hear it at all. Between the Zoom and probably the board compressor, it's probably all gone.
Wow.
Like, how loud is it? Like, it's got to be loud, right? It's only a.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's definitely loud because I. Oh yeah.
Can you turn your noise Can you turn your noise compression off?
Oh yeah, let me hold. Please hold. I will do that for you.
Because I don't think the Apple one would be on. Well, that's the thing. Your AirPods are probably compressing too. Have you turned all? Hold on, let me turn everything up.
Ooh. Okay.
Now I don't know if it's you or this room.
Oh, live performance audio. Let me try that. Maybe that'll take away the cancellation. No, I don't know how to turn off the noise cancellation. I'm just laying against this thing.
It's your Hello Kitty pillow. Perfect.
It's my emotional support cat.
All right. Okay. Well, have fun with Hello Kitty. Thank you so much for doing the show tonight.
Bye.
Bye. And thank you, Patreon. We'll see you next time.